Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Hood Rich Chronicles. Hey guys, it's been a minute. I've missed you all too. And I wanted to talk about something a little different this time. This time around, I actually ended up having somebody accuse me of actually being a smurf. It's crazy. And this happened in quick play. As you see in the match here in the background, I'm on Ultron. And confession, I'll be honest with y'all, I got a confession. So I've been playing this game since launch, December 2024, and been playing it all year. I started out first learning how to play each of the separate roles, like Punisher, and then I, learned Loki, then I learned Hela, Hawkeye, a lot of these characters. And so what stopped me from doing the competitive route, honestly, was the fact that competitive just felt unfair. There were people using aim bots. There were people throwing. It was a very uncomfortable experience. That first season was extremely uncomfortable with a rampant amount of cheaters. Like, you could literally move and touch a button and a person automatically just has you aimed, ready to two-shot headshot you. It was crazy. But long story short, I basically never really stayed in competitive. I think the highest rank I've ever gotten was gold 3, and that was due to me, I'll confess, that was me not even playing competitive. That was me paying somebody else to do competitive because I, at the time, wanted the gold skin, but I didn't want to do competitive. Let's just be honest. So, to placate my mistake, I basically have, for the most part, I admit I'm a hardcore casual. Okay, I may not have a lot of time to be on a game. Well, actually, I have more than enough time to be on a game. I just don't like how competitive mode is just extraordinarily toxic. It is. It breeds toxicity in itself inherently. The way the player base acts, the way that people act towards each other, even your own teammates. But every now and then, I will like to jump into quick play. And this particular quick play match was funny because here it is on Ultron. I'm just handling my business, doing what I'm doing, and like I was explaining, I for the most part stay in the practice lobbies. I fight the AI. I fight the AI all day if I'm not doing the PvE modes, whatever. And I didn't realize that being in the practice lobbies and fighting against them bots that long got me this skill to where I'm at. Now, mind you, I'm humbly just saying I think I'm a little okay with Ultron. I'm not saying I'm like some professional player. I would never say that. When you look at my game stats, you're going to see a lot of practice versus AI. Because like I said, that's where I usually hang out. But in this quick play match in particular, I'm laughing because I'm seeing where they're at. I'm responding to the pings. I got the enemy color to yellow so I can automatically spot them. Simple tips, general tips that can help out. Plus, before going to this match in particular, I was in the practice range, practicing my aim against, bots and dummies. And that's what I tend to do. I'll tend to go in the practice range and warm up before I start a match. General good overall gaming tactics for me. General gaming tips. And here it is in theory, from theory to execution. They had to hit me with double freaking ultimates in order to kill my Ultron off. They used a Gambit ult and a Black Cat ult to hit me. Since Black Cat's ult auto targets when she presses, the button, when she presses Q, she targets you. And then she can then do whatever she does. But it took that boosted with Gambit's ultimate in order to kill my character. That is hilarious. And then what's really funny about this entire match was the fact that whole time I'm staying close to the ground behind my teammates, drones on the tank. And with the drones on the tank, it's providing that AoE healing to everybody else. See, the power with Ultron, I realize, is it's not just the fact that, people are used to the burst heals, and that's why they're banning Cloak and Dagger, and but I'm like Luna standing right there. But a steady heal over time character that does massive AoE heals like Ultron, he gets underestimated a lot. He gets underestimated a whole lot. The second time I got killed was when that Wanna got me with her ultimate, because let's be fair, and then she died as a result. But to be fair, I did a dash and I did bad positioning there, because if I had got through the door, her ult wouldn't have killed me. You see, so I've learned a lot from playing this game, just from playing against bots. Okay, that I gotten so good at the game that people are accusing me of being a smurf. That's freaking hilarious. It's hilarious that I'm being accused of being a smurf because I have actual skill in a game. I mind you, like I said, if you look up Hood Rich right now in the database, and yes, my information is public, you're gonna see like my highest rank is not even like I haven't even placed. I have like, I think 5 matches left to go. I've done only 5 matches this whole season, because again, I don't normally play competitive. I normally only play practice versus AI, maybe the PvE mode. Love Blood Hunt. That junk is so much fun. You know, I'm that casual hardcore player. I'm the one that I have a little bit of time to come into a competition, but what are we doing in a competition? How long is the competition? You know, like the hardcores that like to stay in there all day for 12 straight hours and stream. No, you're not going to see me doing that. As I've gotten older in life, you know, I realized it's fun to do the things that you enjoy the most and stay on that. Stay focused on that. Don't try to do all the things. Nobody gets all the things done. Okay? Nobody gets all the things done. And in this match, as you see, they jumped me. My third death in this match was where I got jumped by the team as the vehicles moved forward. As you see, when I came back, you know, as I came back and our team was, you know, grouped back together, again, I got the heals, group heals going. I got, you know, I'm aiming at them. I'm assisting my teammates. I'm not necessarily trying to go in for a kill. No. With Ultron, he's meant to be that aggressive sniper that also adds sustained heals. And there's a difference between sustained heals and burst heals. Sustained heals means you're constantly getting healed, which means as long as you're not taking more damage than you're getting healed, you'll always be healed back to full. And people who are smart take advantage of that. Cut, you know, hide around corners, find cover, do whatever it is that you got to do. And this Black Cat player is exactly why nobody plays Black Cat in Marvel Rivals. If you see in this match, she was behind me, she was hitting me, she's constantly trying to harass me. She knows I'm providing the most healing, but she can't kill me. You want to know why she can't kill me? Because I always position myself next to somebody with a drone, so I get those heals too. So as you saw, she was up there. She was only able to kill me that one time with her ultimate, as well as paired on top of extra damage with Gambit's ultimate. But when she didn't have that, you see how she wasn't able to kill me. She had to retreat. She literally had to retreat. And this is for, you know, you Ultron mains out there, us clankers. This is the tactic I use when it comes to like hard press plays like this, is stay near your team, keep the heals going, keep as many people grouped up, you know, healed as possible, and apply pressure. Always apply pressure, because as Ultron, they should be seeing you're playing a villain. Okay, you're literally playing a villain, not a reformed villain. This is just, you know, this version of Ultron is the spare husk of the body that Ultron left behind that Tony Stark reprogrammed. You're still a villain, baby. You just happen to be helping the heroes for now. So the best way to do so, like I said, is to keep the heals on your team. I particularly like to put one drone on the tank and one drone on my fellow strategist. And I'll swap as necessary, as you see here in this match. But you get ult pretty quickly. And with ultimate, what I like to do is I like to focus more on healing with it as opposed to just damage. But as I heal with it, I end up making things great. Because what ends up happening is, since they increase the range of it, you basically can overall heal your teammate or your tank back to full with a burst heal on top of the sustained heal, because yes, the drone does stack on top of them. You can hit them with a burst heal with the ultimate, while if, say for instance, there's an enemy near them, like say an enemy thing, Mr. Fantastic, Wolverine, whoever. Whenever I catch those situations, that's when you'll see me do the ultimate, because I'm healing my tank back to full while killing them off. And if it's Wolverine, he'll usually tend to like pop his extra health. When he does this, when Wolverine pops his extra health, Ultron's ultimate attacks their extra health first. So it's ideal for situations like that where you want to focus more on the increased healing for Ultron's ultimate than damage. Remember, he's a strategist first. Even though he's an aggressive strategist, and I love his playstyle. God, I love his playstyle. I get to play poke, and I get to heal, and I get to be an asset to my team, and I get flight. It's like, what's not to lose? What's not to love? You know, I get to maneuver any which way I want to. I can go anywhere any other teammate is at any time I need to. And on top of which, yeah, his movement may be a bit slower at times, but that dash, his left shift, that is clutch. That is clutch with such a good cooldown. Oh my god, I remember when it was like a 6-second cooldown. Ooh. I admit, I was like, okay, the 6-second cooldown was a bit too much, because it was like, okay, I can just get out of everything, you know. But having it at 8-second cooldown after your rush is done, that's fair. That is fair. Your rush should be used to escape situations first as a primary, or as Lucifer Graves has even said, I believe that's him, the top Ultron player. He basically revealed that you could use the dash to telegraph what you're about to do. Like, say, you can use the dash to telegraph when you're using the ultimate. And I've done that, where I'll dash first as I'm going into the ultimate, right into the enemy team. Usually I dash right into their back line and attack their supports first. Sometimes it's a suicide mission. Sometimes it is a suicide mission because they will focus you. But a lot of the times, I'd say about 8 times out of 10, it pays off. Because even if they do kill you, you've killed off both supports. Both their strategists are dead. And you're still over there shining. Now your team basically has, a 5 versus 4. And they're fucked with no heals. So take advantage of what he has to offer. And I'm just still beside myself laughing watching this match replay. Because I literally just hide behind cover, helping my team however I can, and watching the Human Torch get blasted with the ultimate in his face. He was not expecting that at all. He was not expecting me to just pop up right on him and just bam. I'm like, dog, they really do underestimate strategists that aren't your Luna, your Cloak and Dagger, or even your White Fox. It's like they underestimate strategists in this game so much. And Ultron is a perfect example of a strategist you need to not ignore. He's not broken. He's not broken by any means. You can literally kill him in 2 major hits. You can literally jump him and he's done. It's the fact that as a strategist player, what I love about him is it's easy to maneuver with him. I don't have to worry too much about dives since I'm a flyer. And if I get you first, I don't really have to worry about what you're doing. As you see in multiple situations, if I'm not able to save the person with the drone, I'm still able to apply pressure, and escape and go back to where I need to regroup with my group. In those cases, I usually end up going back to the spawn or meeting up with my fellow players in the spawn when it gets to that point, because what's the point of trying to cape the point and get killed when I'm trying to 1 versus 6, as opposed to just go back to spawn, regroup, and then we do it together. So there you go. But as I was saying, in this particular match, I was accused of being a Smurf. The person typed in it in, oh my god, Smurf. I was like, what? So basically, the point I'm making in this video overall is, ladies and gents, friends and squirrel friends, the practice range is your friend. Practice versus AI is your friend. Learning a character in competitive is not the way to go about it. I've been in practice mode for a whole year, while Nettie's was, fixing the game, catching cheaters, whatever, And the fact that I've been in practice mode for so long that every time I go into quick play now, I'm being accused of either cheating or smurfing is crazy. Because I even told dude, I said, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Go ahead, report me. Good luck with that. Because they're going to take one look at my rank and they'll be like, no, he's okay. He's in practice mode all the time. That explains why he's good. He's just not ranked. So he's not a smurf. And I'm like, you got content creators out here that openly admit they have multiple accounts. I don't have multiple accounts. I don't have alt accounts. So this Ultron you see on the screen, that's him. That's it. That's the man doing his thing as he gets jumped. What I'm saying also, squirrel friends, is don't be afraid to practice. It's easier to practice and get better than it is to go on display and embarrass yourself. See, I was always raised under the concept that practice makes perfect. It's easier on you if the practice test is harder than the actual test, so that way you pass the test with flying colors. And that's what I was raised off of. So I stayed in practice mode to get better, regardless of what I went up against, because I can control that factor. I can control what I contribute. I can control what I want to do. I can control that. I can't control what the opponent's going to do. So if I make myself more responsive, I can have a better chance at winning in this game. Yeah. And yes, the player that reported me was the Black Cat player. She reported me, telling me, "You're a smurf." Well, NetEase hasn't banned my account. I can play it right now. And what makes it even funnier is that fact that she really thought she had a threat. I'm like, you really think you're threatening me by saying you're going to report me for smurfing? Okay, girl. When you see the account, you realize I am not a smurf, but okay, girl. So yes, there are players like me that exist out there with a different perspective. I enjoy Cloud Rio so much, and I love this content. And I also love Living Person 101. I love their content too. You know, they are coming from objective standpoints that include everyone. They play multiple roles, so they understand all perspectives. And I have to just give them a shout out for that. I really enjoy that they do that. I really enjoy that they really care about the game. And I really enjoy that they share their perspectives, because it's helped me shape my perspective with a lot of these things. You know, maybe one day I might get into a comp match and be on Rio's team. Hopefully I'm good enough to be at that point to be on Rio's team, you know. Don't know. So I'm going to play the rest of these placement matches this weekend, and I don't know. We'll see if I can make it a goal, get the free skin. But honestly, the other reason why I don't usually play competitive, there's just no reason to. Outside of getting a free skin, there's no incentive for me to want to. Why can't I play Blood Hunt and get a free skin? Why can't I, you know, or why don't we just relegate the comp to, like, say for instance, a new type of currency that allows me to, say for instance, buy all your past PvP skins, so then that way I can get whatever past season skin with that currency doing competitive, and that would make me more or less want to play competitive. Because as it's set up right now, if you play competitive, you're only getting that current season's free skin. You're not getting past season skins. And I missed out on Ultron season to get that gold skin, you know. And I want that gold skin. I crave it. He has 2 other gold skins, but I want that particular skin since it's like, you know, the default model but gold. And I'm like, why can't I get it? Oh, because you didn't play competitive in season 2. Well, okay, whatever. But either way, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for this game. I'm grateful for the devs. I'm grateful for the opportunity. And I'm grateful for you viewers who have watched this and made it to the end. And if you made it to the end, thank you just for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching all this. And thank you for being you. Catch you next time, squirrel friend.